Hey guys, this is Mason Jeffries here, and I'm with Casey Birschbach. We're going to give you guys the tea on UNC. So Casey is a PGY2. We're pretty lucky to have a chance to talk to her today, and the purpose of this is really just to give you guys an idea of what is awesome about Chapel Hill, what's special about our program. So hopefully you'll get a feel for our culture. I think Casey is an excellent person to start chatting with. She's from Wisconsin, grew up there, went to University of Wisconsin for both undergrad and medical school, and decided to come down here and make a change. So we'll kind of dive right in and chat with her. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to come to UNC.
There were a lot of reasons, honestly. What I was kind of looking for in a residency program was a place that was a larger public academic center, taking care of the people of the state, especially more disadvantaged populations. And I also really wanted to be able to teach. So being in a big academic institution, I'd be able to do that. I also, I wanted to be confident in the education I was receiving, and UNC has a great reputation as just being a good internal medicine program.
Love it. And just as some background for all the applicants, Casey is an award-winning teacher. She has won an award at the medical school already as an intern. So just an idea of how important education and getting the chance to like build those teaching muscles is for her. So tell me a little bit about what makes your job special. Like, what do you get excited about every day? What's kind of the highlight of a day, on service for you?
Yeah. I think in general, I feel like people will hear this over and over as they're getting to know UNC, but I think like truly the people and the other residents are one of the major highlights of my day every day. Like just coming in and seeing other residents and getting signed out, and then like seeing the other interns in the morning it's just really warm, and like it's such a community that makes me feel happy to be here every day. And then of course I really enjoy the patient population here. We have patients from all over the state, patients that come from all different backgrounds, and so just like sitting down and having a good conversation with a patient keeps me going.
It's always a good way to start your day, where you're just like with friends and just having that time to kind of decompress before or after your shift.
Yeah.
And of course our patients are special too, so totally agree with you there. What do you wish that, we've talked about good things, but what do you wish that you knew before you moved here?
Honestly, one thing that would have taken away a lot of the stress was like if I could look into the future knowing how happy I would be here, which is silly and maybe kind of like a cheating answer, but there's a lot of stress that just comes with moving to a new place, especially having been in Wisconsin for almost my whole life. And so like moving across the country, being away from family, there were a lot of anxieties that came with that. And if I had known the community that I was coming into, I think it would have made it maybe a little bit less stressful.
Totally. I remember being an applicant and having no idea like what I was getting into, and you kind of talk to all the residents that are at a place and you can get a feel for how happy they are. And I certainly felt that at UNC, but there's also that kind of variability factor of like, who's going to be with me, because we're all applying together. And I do think that it ends up that programs kind of draw the same type of personality. And I feel like we've hit the jackpot with our co-residents. Like they're just incredible people who, I would love to hang out with outside of work at any time. And yeah,
it feels like a gamble. I mean, no matter if I could see in the future or not, like picking a brand new place and matching with a bunch of strangers is going to feel like a gamble, and it's going to feel scary no matter what. But I do feel like people are generally just really happy and really supportive of each other here. And you kind of get a sense of that through the interview season, but if I could have like looked back and told myself one thing, it would be like, you're going to be surrounded by people who really care about you, which is very awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's like one thing that's really cool about our program is it's such a trickle down, right? Like Dr. Bynum, like day one, like you go to interview and she knows your name and she's excited to meet you and excited to talk to you and really takes that time with people. And then seeing her do that, it feels like our attendings and our co-residents kind of take that lead and really just embrace everybody as family, which is just awesome.
I will say that, I talked to other residents at other places, and one thing that I do think seems unique here is that people really feel like the residency program leadership, including Dr. Bynum, really care about the residents and really listen to the residents. Like, if this does feel like a resident run program, and the program is like constantly taking feedback from current and past residents and implementing that feedback, which I think happens at other places, but kind of like the feeling of just being entirely supported and listened to and heard seems more unique.
Like a boss that actually cares that you feel happy and comfortable and have all the tools needed to do your job. Like,
yeah, and like continue learning even when things are being like overwhelmed with COVID.
Yeah, huge. Agreed. So what do you think is the best resource that we have at UNC for the residents?
This isn't that specific, but I really do feel like just the faculty as a whole are so wonderful here. And it makes a difference that UNC is kind of like all of the inpatient rotations are subspecialized. So I feel like we get even greater access to like, specifically nephrologists and oncologists and cardiologists, and even GI, though we don't have a specific GI service, like we're working on making the GI faculty more accessible. So I feel like just the fact that we have so much contact with a lot of our faculty members in different areas of medicine, and work so closely with them, I feel like that's a huge resource. And UNC does a really awesome job at making sure that faculty members who like want to teach and are good at teaching are the ones who attend on our services.
Absolutely. And I think it's also valuable because, a lot of people come into this like having no idea what they want to do afterwards. And when you have that subspecialty experience, it's really easy to meet people, establish like mentors, and to get a real feel for what your job would be like as a subspecialist.
Residents actually don't really need all that many resources on how to get in touch with the research mentor because we work so closely with all of these different subspecialists. And so you kind of naturally form relationships with your attendings and can like pretty easily find a research mentor, or someone you can reach out to help you connect with a research mentor.
What's like your favorite way to spend a day off? Service is busy, life is busy.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things do you do on your day off?
My husband now is in law school, so he's usually studying throughout the day now. But if I have some co-residents that are off, we'll like get together in smaller groups, or I'll just spend time at home reading or watching really crappy reality TV shows. And then at night, we kind of like on the weekend or on days off, we do like to get takeout places around the triangle. So we'll often try new places, or we live in Carborough, which is right next to Chapel Hill. And so we have like a couple favorite restaurants in Carborough too.
You said that you watch crappy reality TV. What are you watching now? And what are you?
So to answer what I'm reading and watching now, it is highly embarrassing and I do not recommend it, but I am watching Love Island. It should not be in anyone's list. And the episodes are like an hour and a half long each, and there are like 50 episodes a season. So it is a time commitment, and you will get dumber as you watch it. My brain cells are just leaving. So I guess that's what I'm watching. I'm currently reading the Outlander series.
Oh, nice.
And I think.
Would you recommend that to any burgeoning doctor?
Yes. Actually, it does have some kind of like herbalist stuff mixed in there, which should not be used in the hospital. But
Got it. So now we know that you are going to be that kind of primary care doctor, the crunchy herbalist who's like.
I'm good in there.
Yeah.
So as you're finishing up fourth year, I feel like you're gonna have a lot of time off. And so just reading things that are enjoyable to you and like kind of soaking in the time that you have is what I would recommend the most.
I think I totally echo. I feel like the advice that I got before intern year was like, enjoy your life while you still have one. And there is an element of truth, right? There is an element of truth that you will be busy, you will be working a lot, no matter where you go for intern year. But I do think there's like kind of there's such a negativity and like an impending doom. And I think just like we were saying earlier, life is great. Like it is a good time to be a UNC resident. Felt the same way being a UNC intern. You still have time to make friends. You still have time to go do things, read things, watch crappy TV, like whatever it is. So, I would encourage fourth years to just smile and know that they have this extra time this year and that's a really fun opportunity, but next year will be just as rich. Like, it's going to be, it's all good. So we'll finish up with some rapid fire questions. So I'm going to go, I just like want it to be automatic. Guilty pleasure?
Ice cream sandwich.
Okay. Introvert or extrovert?
Love Island.
Both apply. It's fine. You should feel guilty about your ice cream sandwich. And Love Island.
Guilty is like, I feel guilty about Love Island.
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Yeah. But sometimes you're a little, I don't know, sometimes you like your recharge time.
Yeah, I'm like the Myers-Briggs test. I'm 50-50 exactly. If they call me an extrovert, but I'm some of both.
Okay, fair enough. This isn't rapid because I'm getting sidetracked by your answer.
This is a slow question.
Sorry. Song to get you onto the dance floor.
Girls just want to have fun.
Love it. Work bestie.
I would say all my PGY2 girls.
Love it. Do you hit the snooze button?
Yes.
Okay. How many times?
10.
That's 50 minutes. That's 50 minutes for those of you at home wondering. At least 30. Depends on your snooze settings. Okay. Iced coffee, just summertime or year round?
I do not like iced coffee, only hot.
Okay. It is like, I feel like that tracks for you. You like warmth. That tracks. And you are warmth. You are a warm person. What job in the hospital would you be terrible at?
I'd be good at all of them. Maybe security guard.
Yeah, you can't turn somebody away. I feel like my answer would be case management. Security. Bouncer. Casey Birschbach. No mask, no service, go home. Okay, what takes up too much of your time?
Can I say Love Island again?
Yeah, that's fair. If you weren't a doctor, what would you be doing professionally?
I would love to do something in the arts, like painting or singing.
Singing.
Or like a little like craft store or something like that.
Yeah, you'd be good at that.
Or cooking.
For those watching, Casey is an incredible singer. She refuses to share her talents. I'm still trying to get her to go to karaoke, but COVID has thrown a wrench in it. But Casey won a competition among the entire student body at the University of Wisconsin. What was it called? Wisconsin Idol?
Yeah.
And how many
Idol or something?
How many undergrad students are there? Like,
well, I think there are 40,000 students in the whole, but I think maybe only like half of those are undergrad.
20. You are the best singer among 20,000 people. Are you kidding me? Fair enough. I think we're done. So first off, I want to say thank you for coming on and chatting with us, giving us the tea on UNC. If any applicants have any questions, just slide into the DMs. We're happy to answer. Casey, do you have an Instagram or an Instagram handle you can share?
Yes, but I would need to look at what it is.
Okay, we'll post it. I'll tag you. We'll post it, and people can at you, like DM you if they have questions.
Definitely.
And that's all. That's all. Thanks, Case.